You guys, it's been such a long time. I missed a couple of months of podcasts, but I'm back. And one of these days, I am going to do video. But right now, if you're listening through here at Spotify, you can also listen on YouTube. And today, I haven't been with my best friend in such a long time, but Pinky's here. Yay! Yay! But today's super, super special because I'm at a really great space in my life and I've remodeled my apartment and it looks a lot like a home. I got so many different pieces of furniture, which you will see in a vlog that I'm uploading on YouTube in the next month. And I also made bread from scratch today and it was just a very homey vibe. So we wanted to share some of this space with you guys. And we both watched Bridgerton yesterday. So we have some ideas about relationships that we haven't spoke on in a while, and one of the biggest things is compromise. So we were just talking about, being in relationships and in dating as well, and just having, well, she's married, lucky her. I'm not. Still on the market, just saying. But in dating, I've been really struggling with trying to find someone that can meet me, I guess, halfway or compromise in the way that I want to be loved.
Well, compromise doesn't stop just at dating. Compromise continues in all relationships. Like even in my relationship with you, my relationship with my kids, my relationship with any human being that I come across. I think there is a need to be able to bend and not be so rigid. Because I think when you're rigid, think about rigidness, something that doesn't
like stay in your way.
Yeah, stay straight.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you narrow-mindedness, like if you're willing to have conversations and understand the person that you want in your life, then it's not going to work, and it's constantly work. So I don't know, I think that's what makes at least my relationship with my friends and family healthy, and is the ability to compromise, is the ability to keep my desires awake and very much very much part of me, but also bending and bringing your desire as my friend, my desire to my spouse, into that space as well.
I think that's a really, really great concept. And I say that because as you speak, I'm thinking about Bridgerton season 1 and season 2. Oh, we're going to get into season 3 though. But season 1, Simon was dead set on not having kids.
Right.
And he was rigid. He didn't bend for Daphne. Mm-hmm. And they were in such a horrible position when they first got married. And then, really letting each other be for a little bit and then explaining at the end how each other felt. He finally bent and he's super happy and he has kids now. It's really, really great.
Well, yeah, because she didn't understand. You can't just say no flat without allowing me to understand why you're so firm on that. And I feel like sometimes, I think in policy and in politics, there's my way, your way, and the right way. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I feel like that's what that is. Let's talk about what we need. We might not got everything that we want. It might have not been that they got kids. Maybe they got a dog, or maybe they got something that came halfway. Compromise, right? But because he opened up to her and said, this is the reason why, and then she said, this is my reason why, and then he understood why it was important to her and how his way wasn't it wasn't that he didn't want it, it was out of fear, right? Then you can understand the whole story, and that's why they came to this understanding, right? Sometimes, the compromise will give the other person what they want, or vice versa, or it might be somewhere in the middle. But without that, that conversation and that dialogue and that moment to just take back yourself and really talk to yourself and be why I feel the way that I feel and why I want what I want. If you can express that, then you're not going anywhere. Yeah. And I think that's why a lot of relationships now that I've known that don't make it long term is because people are afraid to be judged by their partners because of fears, desires, or even the like that fear of being judged and not heard.
Rejection.
That's the word I'm looking for.
That's the biggest
rejection.
one for me. Rejection.
Yeah, reject. Like, I'm not gonna, like, it's gonna hurt. Like, I've hurt my partner's feelings. My partner has hurt my feelings. My spouse has hurt my feelings, and we're okay with it. Like, we have to be okay with it, because I am myself and my spouse is themselves. Like, we just need time to heal. And I think that's why, I think I told you once, like, being in a relationship with anybody is constant forgiveness, and I think that's where compromise comes from. Like, constant forgiveness. So, like, I forgive that I can't get everything that I want, but I'm willing to do this because I know I love you and you're worth it.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Well, I agree with it, but I haven't put it into practice because I've been single for a very long time.
It takes time. Like, we all flourish, and not flourish, that's the wrong. We all bloom at different rates, and that's neither here nor there. Like, your time will come.
I feel like the bread that I made, the yeast, I just keep feeding it flour, and it takes weeks to be outside and ferment, and it still hasn't, like, rise to the occasion.
That's the occasion. It did.
I mean, after it got baked, but I haven't been baked in a long time either.
But let me tell you, because you're so hard on yourself sometimes. You know, I'm gonna put you out there. You're hard. You were like, oh, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. It didn't rise to what I wanted. But it rose. And you made it, and it's delicious. You're so hard on yourself sometimes. You gotta give yourself a little leeway. Compromise for yourself. Compromise not always for the other person. It's also within yourself.
I agree.
Like,
especially with dating right now. I'm starting to realize, you know, I can't just be with someone for hope. You know, I can only compromise and I can only give so much. But at the same time, if that person is really not giving me what I need, I'm gonna have to, like...
It has to be a two-way street.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I know Eartha Kitt, I think, said it in one of her videos that goes around on TikTok and everything.
Compromise.
She's like, compromise for what? Why would I compromise? Well, you decided not to in your life. Ergo, why you don't have a partner, Miss Eartha Kitt? God bless your soul. I agree with that statement. For what? Why will I compromise? If you're at the point in your life that you've been in relationships and you're like, this is not for me, for what? Why do I need to compromise myself? I am okay with what I am. That is okay as well. And if someone is in a relationship with a person that is not willing to compromise and they're okay with that, that is okay as well.
If you can dish it, you can take it.
Right, exactly. You have... That needs to be the topic.
If you can dish it, you can take it.
Right. I think that's important. Like, every relationship is going to look different. There's going to be tolerances that maybe I'm going to look at your relationship one day and be like, I don't know how she tolerates that much. But that's your relationship. That's not for me to tolerate. I respect it and I love it. And as long as you're happy, then swing on. You know? And there's things about my relationship that you've told me that you're like, I don't know how you do it. And that's okay. Because you're not in it. You're not in it. That's for me to tolerate. That's for me to compromise. I'm okay with it, right? So that's how I see it. You know, relationships are complicated, and we're 10 years in. Oh, Lord Jesus, take the wheel. 10 years in. We said it the other day. We're like, damn, we're 10 years in. I'm like,
that's all 3 seasons of Bridgerton.
Right, exactly. I'm giving you the best part of my life. And the person that I'm with now is not the person that I was with when we first met, and that's okay.
Well, there's semblance.
There's semblance. Right, there's semblance of it.
The same.
No, but I have to, like, I love someone. I don't know where I heard this, but we're like, you constantly have to fall in love with the person that you're with. At a core, I am who I am. At a core, my partner is who they are. But there's things that life throw at you that change you. I'm way less tolerable now than I was before. I was bended Beckham. Bended like Beckham.
But you know what? There's like a warmthness about you that's here now that wasn't before.
Well, yeah. Well, when you have kids, you have, like, the other day, my 3-year-old, she was just pushing every button. And I was praying to all the Spanish ancestors. Da princesa, I was being a heathen. I was like, I was speaking in Spanish. I was like, I cannot allow myself to lose it, because it's not okay. I should be able to control my emotions more than my 3-year-old. But I was up to here. And that goes, I couldn't stay that rigid. I couldn't stay that like in that path, because I'm like, I have to be able to see what she needs and wants. So I need to slow down. I need to regroup and really look and listen to her, right? Because it wasn't just about me. Yeah, my emotions were high.
That's what Simon did with Daphne.
Yeah, my emotions were high. My emotions were ready to fight. I'd be like, look, little girl, if you don't sit your... But I had to say, oh, wait a minute. It took a lot of praying because the ancestors were there. The ancestors wanted to come out. But I said, Dios mío, dame paciencia, porque esta muchacha lo que me va a sacar es algo feo. And I had to compromise my feelings to make sure that her needs were being met, because she's vulnerable, right? And that goes in all relationships. That's what that is.
Yeah, and you should allow your partner or the person you love to be vulnerable. Because if you shut that part down of them, then the relationship is just really, I don't see it bouncing back. When someone can't be vulnerable with you anymore because they feel like they're being attacked when they become vulnerable with you, because you're shutting down and you're not allowing them to be heard,
because they feel criticized.
Yeah, that's like a problem.
That's a big problem.
Yeah.
You cannot be that rigid. You cannot be that self-centered. You cannot be that full of yourself that you're unable to bend. If you can't bend, then just stay by yourself. Just stay by yourself.
Like just the kid did.
Right. Stay by yourself, Eartha. I think she did. I'm sorry if I'm out of talking. Sorry, her daughter's out there. I don't know her personal life, but that little clip gave me the feel like she was not willing to, and that's so. It wasn't wrong. Yeah, I agree with it. There's days that you don't have to. For what?
If you can do shit, you can take it.
Take it, right? What the hell I need to do that for? For what? For what? I don't need that right now, and that's okay. But no, like.
Oh, with Anthony and Kate, it was a very similar thing with the whole compromise, because both of them were against love.
Oh yeah, they were.
Anthony was against love because his dad died.
Yes.
Spoiler alert, I guess I should have said. With a B.
Yes.
And then Kate was against it because she just felt as though she wasn't deserving of it. Yeah. And somehow they saw each other, they heard each other. I mean, she heard her sister too, but I mean, at the end of the day,
she heard somebody to put some sense into her rigidness, like bend.
Mm-hmm. And they both bend, and now they're like super happy.
They open their ears to each other, and that is so important. And it's so important that you do that and constantly forgive. And it's okay, like. Man, I think I've said some stuff to you. I've said some stuff to people that I love. You know, people that we love, we hurt because we care. And I've said some stuff, I'm like, wow.
Oh, perfect. No, it's not.
My whole ass. But like, we'll say things to each other that hurt our feelings. And I think forgiveness, okay.
And it's like, I think a big thing that season 3 has taught me, and I won't give too much away because I know you haven't seen the whole thing, but the first episode I loved because Colin was showing Penelope, like, it's okay to be you.
Oh.
And be safe in that, and know it, and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. And I think
the clever girl is what he calls her, right? Clever.
Some people think that, well, I'm assuming, I can't speak for all people, but I believe that some people think when you compromise, you lose a little bit of yourself. You can still own yourself, love yourself, know yourself.
Yeah. And
still be able to compromise.
Absolutely. Like I said, like, you're not losing yourself. You're not at all, right?
Because some people are fearful of that. Because they are bending, they're going to lose.
When you bend, it's a straight line. When you bend a straight line, you're not losing them. You're not cutting. I'm not cutting off part of that. What I'm doing is just, instead of it going straight and not being part of other perspectives, is I'm just turning a little bit.
But you know,
and that's okay.
That stuff, it makes like a really nice shape.
Right.
Because curves are sexy. I'm just saying.
Facts.
Talking about Penelope,
right? Yes, Penelope. She gave me life.
Her boobs are great.
I'm perfect.
I'm not one to be attracted to women, but her boobs,
what?
Man.
I was
and her skin tone.
Everything.
Perky lips, like, Colin, you lucked out, bro.
She can get it 3 times on Sunday. Stop it. I was watching with my spouse. I was like, yes. Thank Shonda Land.
Such a
I
tasteful
applaud
way.
you for allowing the beauty of a curvy woman to be displayed.
But not only the beauty of a curvy woman to be displayed, but I think a lot of times in movies and TV shows, it's always like the male gaze, and to see a woman in a sexual way from a gaze that's not specifically a male gaze is such a form of art, such a form of beauty. I actually think that the view of a naked, curvy, plus-size woman in that scene was actually through a female gaze, because it was so artfully, so tasteful, so just perfect in every way.
And I love the lust that he... I know this has nothing to do with what you just said, but the lust that he had in his eyes.
Because, hello,
yes,
curvy girls
I love that.
Delicious. Exactly.
And you don't see that.
When you go to a grocery store and you buy that $5 rotisserie chicken, that $5 rotisserie chicken, and your mouth be watering. Hello.
He was like snagging.
I think he has something for her in real life though, because that those clips are too real.
Listen. When I follow their clips, and I'm like, I don't know, they're great actors, because the way he be looking at her, sliced bread.
And he saw them titties in real life, so
right. Oh, he gave me everything. I was like, yes.
Yeah. And then he like take his clothes off, and she was like, like swallowing, like,
she said, surprise, surprise. Love it. I love it. This season is my favorite season.
Yeah,
I love season 1 because it had such a very traditional...
Well, yeah, for me, I was going to say, I think season 1 will always be my favorite because I'm a traditional girly, and I just love how that played out.
This one has been my favorite.
Being a curvy, plus-size woman, and a more independent woman, because I do have my independence, even though I'm very traditional, I really can appreciate that in season 3. I love
everything about Penelope. Everything about Penelope, I am a fan. You are a wonderful actress. You're portraying big girls as sexy. You are portraying sexiness, okay? And that is amazing, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, finally, man. Finally, you can have romance and not be like, oh, he feels sorry for her. He loves her.
He definitely loves her.
It's not like he fell in love
mom,
with... Yeah, Oh.
That was great.
He was like, well, we're not going to do... Not good Jimmy. Anyway, I don't want to do any spoilers. I also didn't watch the whole thing yet. I think I have 2 more episodes, and I'm like crying. I was feeding the baby and I almost dropped her because I was like, I'm not that mother. My poor Elle. But no, yeah, watch it because love is compromised. I don't care what anybody says.
I think those relationships are very true to relationships in real life. Sometimes, like growing up, you would see like the Disney princess movies, and you would think it was that. But as an adult watching it back, like sometimes
it's messy.
It's messy. There's problems. There's ups and downs. So I think Bridgerton really portrays relationships. And let's just say I love the interracial that's going on. I feel like every couple is an interracial couple.
Absolutely. What my friend said.
The mom and what's her name's brother.
Oh yeah,
That's definitely gonna happen. I think anyway. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm so conflicted. I want to know what the problem is that they have as siblings, what he did to her to make her feel that he's not trustworthy, because there's something going on there. And the last thing that I need is someone to mess with my mom. Like, she is... I want to...
Lady Danbury?
Yes, I think she's perfect. I think... Mom, bye. If you're hearing this, whatever, you'll be over it. But she's perfect. I think she's a perfect mom. The way she looks at her kids, and the way the camera like sees the way she looks at them to see if she sees like that light that she knows
Lady
they
Danbury
have.
Or Daphne's mom?
Daphne's mom.
Oh, okay.
Daphne's mom. What's her name? Miss Bridgerton. Like, she looks at them and she knows their light.
She reminds me a lot of my mom.
Like, the way she sees when she looks at her daughters and her sons, like, when they're with their significant other or their potential others, like, she's looking for that's not even just a smile.
The
glow.
Like
oh
the
my
lady
God.
says in the dress store.
Yes, like, I love that. And this actress,
the glow that I had when you came in here, that inner happiness, that inner peace.
Like, I just wish I could bottle that up, that ability to do that with my kids. Maybe I do. I don't know. They're still very young, but like, wow, like, she really knows them, and they're all so different, and they're so beautiful, and she celebrates them, and she cares, and she's rigid too. Like, I love that about her, where she can be a little rigid, but in a soft way. I was like, I need to take some.
She reminds me of my mom, because remember, we were a family at 8 one time, and we had a bunch of kids running around.
Oh my God, yeah.
It's like, I feel like my mom knew all of us really, really well.
And when your kids are all different, that's very, very true. That's really
I mean, I know Nala. You came in here thinking you knew Nala.
I know she made me into a whole lie. I was like, I had to see it to believe it. Not my baby. Not my baby.
I know my kid.
She said,
I know my fur baby.
She's perfect. Oh, I couldn't believe that she did that. No. She a poker baby.
What did you say? She got the squeaker out at the seam. Like she was very crafty with it.
I don't know how she did that. I don't know how. I didn't believe it. I brought her the toy and I really thought that she was going to, be a dog and chew it and whatever. She decided to be a seamstress and de-thread the whole thing on a corner. And how did she take that sweetie so nicely? I don't know. I don't know. I wish your viewers could see it because I didn't believe it. Because she's an angel. But obviously she has destructor tendency.
Yes, she loves to kill things.
Oh my God. And the way she did it, she did it in a very fancy and dainty way. She's like, I'm going to take this
her
seam
mama.
with my little teeth on the side. I'm just going to make a little incision right here. And then I'm going to use my front two teeth and just slightly take it out. It's like, girl, you a surgeon? Cut it out.
And it's still fully intact.
Fully. She didn't care. This is like incision. She made an incision at the neck. Like what? Like it's still an owl.
It's still intact.
Like what, young lady? I don't know. She's too much. She's too cute. Too adorable. She's laying here like she had a hard day at work.
She did. She decapitated.
You work hard.
The feet off of the thing or tail or whatever that was.
She's too much. She's adorable. She's on your channel, right?
Yeah, she is.
Well, no. That's what it is. People compromise, love each other, understand each other. Let it be messy, let it be crazy, but always remember, just slow down and forgive. We just do that to humanity in general. I think would be better off.
And those of you who are like me and still looking for love, don't lose faith. I haven't. I think tarde o temprano, even though I'm getting up there in age. I think it's meant to be for me, and at some point it'll happen. There'll be a person out there for me that gives me the safety and the security that I feel that I need from a partner. But there'll also be someone that'll love me and compromise and bend and want to show me that love and appreciation. 100%. Internally and externally.
110%.
There's someone out there for everyone. I just haven't found my person yet.
We all have our time. Trust me. Just keep the faith up. And I think your dating is so much more better now than before. The quality. Bye, girl. That's another session. Bye. We can get into that. It's 22 minutes and 54 seconds on this podcast. Okay. We could get into the quality of.
I guess a little bit.
A little bit.
I
know you lying. So much better. So much better. I'm not saying.
Well, yes, I feel like the people I've dated before have been physically and verbally and emotionally violent, aggressive. But now it's physically. Shut up. And emotionally uncertain. I'm a very emotional person, and so when I don't see a reaction emotionally, it gives me anxiety because there's a sense of uncertainty. And with the people that I dated in the past, that was all emotion, but maybe not the best emotions. It was still emotion, so it gave me a sense of certainty, which gives me that safetyness that I'm always looking for. But going back into
stop it, girl.
Are you thinking wait? Are you thinking about the post office person?
No, absolutely not. You know who I'm talking. I will say the name.
Give me the letter.
T.
T. That's a J.
No, it's a T.
It's a J. The ring.
Yes.
That is a J.
You're lying.
Bitch, you didn't know his name. The whole time
I thought it was a T.
It's a J.
Tom
and Jerry.
It's a T.
It's a J.
Ooh. That one.
Yeah,
That one.
Some people just have
2004, that one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have nothing to hide, bitch.
I'm just saying, I get it. Sometimes
I'm like Penelope. I own my shit now.
Alright, what you want now, mama? No, like
I thought you were talking about chasing the pole.
Absolutely.
The new postcard. Talking about divine intervention. I'm still trying to get that. I still don't understand it. I don't even think it's divine intervention. I don't know if it's the demoniac.
The devil is a liar.
Is it the devil or is it God testing me? I don't know. But I've come so far. Can we just talk about how beautiful my home is?
Amazing. I love it. I'm very proud. Like, for those people who are struggling and those people who are just, they don't know where they are in life, it will come. Because I've seen my friend going from so much uncertainty and just a lot in life, and to see her progress, and for me to come into not just her house, this is her home, that she finally allowed herself to build it to a point where it's so warm and so welcoming. I'm just so proud of you, girl. Like, it's just beautiful, because I've seen the stages, and this is the happiest and most like
serene.
This is the most self-love that you've ever given yourself.
Amen to that, for sure.
110%. And I can see this in how you're decorating your home, because you can decorate the shit out of a house, but decorating a home, that's a totally different thing.
Making it feel like home.
Like, I'm even like, before, like, I used to come like, I don't know, do I sit like this, do I sit like that?
Now you're just
because
like,
now I'm like, well, my legs are open, me and not over here, like, even now I'm making a mess on the floor. Like, your eye ain't twitching. Your eye ain't twitching. I'm like, nah, put it away, girl, put it away. Pick it up. Now it's like,
I had to bend.
Exactly. Because why? Because you love her. Thank you. Preach on, girl. That's how it is. That's how it is. And I think that says so much about you. And I think that's why I think the quality of dating that you're doing now is so much better. Not necessarily that these individuals are perfect or they're your person, but I think the way you're approaching it and the quality is so much better, because there is more respect. There's 100%
respect for myself,
for yourself,
and you can't respect others unless you respect yourself.
Exactly.
And you can't give love to others. Like, I couldn't give love to Nala until I finally found out how to love myself.
110%.
Yeah.
Like you said, we are not. People are not responsible for our happiness. We are responsible for our happiness. And I tell this, I will say it until I turn purple. Like, you cannot make me happy. You can give me everything as a partner. Understanding, love, affection, money, gifts, all that. Be perfect. But if I'm not happy with myself, that stuff don't matter.
Exactly.
That stuff don't matter.
But just to throw this out there, you can still be happy and love yourself and want somebody to say, you look beautiful, I miss you, I care about you, because reassurance is important whether or not you're happy with yourself.
If you can't say, look, I am one of the most rigid person. Like, the way that I express love is about doing, right? I'm a doer. Like, I want to show you, therefore I want to make sure our home is right.
Are there any doers out there that are single?
But I also know that it's very important to acknowledge my person.
Yeah,
like, if I look at my person says, I need you to hold my hand, I'll roll my eyes twice and then I'll grab your hand, because I am who I am.
Because you want to say, okay, I love you.
I love you, right? With you. This is how you want me to show it? Give me your goddamn hand. Exactly. I'll hold his goddamn sweaty ass hand. Yeah. But I'm doing it because it makes you happy.
Exactly.
Right? If you cannot do that, then you cannot be in a relationship. Yeah. Because that makes that person happy.
Yeah.
You know? And then they have to do it, and they have to also give you that in return.
Now as a dog, she put on a dirty dancing dress for me, y hacer la vuelta, because it made me happy.
Exactly.
Not her. She want to rip that fucking dress.
Right, she want to rip it off. So I'm going to do this twirl, ma. But about 25 seconds is wrap. Because all they do is want to make you happy. Right?
I love when things come full circle on my podcast.
I love it too.
It's so great.
So if you love your person, people out there, just do it. It's not that hard. And if you feel like it's a burden, then you need to find something else to do.
And if you're dating and you don't have a person, look for someone who's going to accept you for who you are and give you the love that you need.
And deserve it. Deserve it.
You know? Not everything that looks gold is gold.
Absolutely.
So, like, the person that you are dating might have everything, but don't settle if it doesn't have the main things that you need.
No. I think we all have like a top 3. that not necessarily is not bendable, but it doesn't have a large curvature. It doesn't curve. There's things about me that I know that it's hard for it to like have a little curve in it. But that's okay. I have top 3. Like, it's really hard for me. But my spouse knows that, and they know how to deal with that. And there's things about my spouse that don't bend as far, and I accept it, and that's okay. And I know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
Because in relationships, I think somebody said it. Sometimes you're at 80 and you need them. And sometimes you're at a 20 and they need to be your 80. And sometimes vice versa. And that's just the same concept. I just don't have it in me today.
I'm so excited. I think this is the first podcast that I've went past 25 minutes. We're at 30, which I think is really good.
It's awesome.
It's a new wave.
Yes.
New place. Well, not new place. Same place, new energy.
Absolutely.
New bread. New kitchen table and chairs. And a new podcast that lasts more than 25 minutes.
And you're going to get like a billion freaking views.
Yeah, I've been doing really good with that. I'm so grateful for all the support on YouTube.
Subscribe, people! Shit. Subscribe.
Alright, I think we'll end it here. Any last words of beauty do you want to bestow upon our whistle down people?
Keep it funky.
Keep it funky.
No, just love. I think in
world peace.
Everything that I've learned in these many years many moons that I've been around is about forgiveness.
Yeah, you say that a lot.
I think anything in life that you can approach with forgiveness, constant forgiveness, that will make you such a better person. And again, bending is forgiveness. Bending is willingness. All of that stems, the root of that is forgiveness. And I say that you don't have to be biblical. You don't have to be religious. Because at the end of the day, what God, Allah, Buddha, all that, I don't know. I read little things and, there's core pillars. It's about forgiveness. It's like constantly, if I really, really look at these words and I really look at this passage, it's like constant forgiveness.
Well, grace.
Great forgiveness. Love, forgiveness. Compromise, forgiveness. All of it to me just stems back to that. And honestly, yes, the world will be a better place if we learn to forgive. Even people that do you the dirtiest. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you have to be in my life, though. Period. End.
I think for me, it's like, this will get better. Because for me, I've always had like a do or die mentality, and I've always had to be like hustle and never stop and go. And this is the first time that I'm still. And it's been giving me much peace. And it's because I've learned to realize that, it gets better. It always gets better. Even when it goes down, like up and down, there's always an up.
Nothing ever stays
the
same. All the good doesn't always stay good. Bad don't always stay bad. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
And you just have to keep on moving. That's it.
So right now, I decorated my house. That's an up. There's still a down. I'm still single, still trying to like find my love, but I'm not going to give up for that. I feel like it's there. And so for me, I would leave with, it will happen for you, and like, don't give up. Don't give up. There's always a way. There's always hope. There's always something that you can look forward to. So, all right, Nala, do you want to say anything? Nala, mommy. Oh, she's out here getting the ball. Look at her. Yay, you did it. Nala, do you want to say I love you to the podcast? Say I love you. Say I love you. I love. Yay! What a great way to end the podcast. All right, you guys. Bye.